Let's just get into the pay-per-view itself. The Motor City Machine Guns defeat the Wolves in a solid match between the two teams. But if we're being honest, the crowd wasn't as electric as we were expecting for this opener. Was this a case of old school legacy and tradition trumping the fast-paced, high-flying, hard-hitting style of today? Fans wanting to see something different at this show?
Well, I don't know. Look, I think they reacted to it. I think those guys had a great match and told a great story. It was kind of a technical wrestling match. There was a lot of good double team maneuvers done by both teams that I thought was interesting. But you're right, the reaction wasn't what I expected, but I didn't expect that reaction from the live audience. I expected that reaction from the online or the viewing audience. Right. The real hardcore fans came and bought a ticket. The other hardcore fans watched on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So I think those people were a bigger fan of that match than the people in attendance, to your point, because the people in attendance were waiting to see the Nature Boy Rick.
We transitioned into the big hosses on the card. Killer Cross taking on Davey Boy Smith Jr., Harry Smith right there, in an MLW rematch. This one was strong as well.
I agree, man. Look, this one was much different than I expected. I expected these two guys to hammer each other, and what they did was like a big man wrestling clinic. I really enjoyed it. I really did. I didn't know. Well, I knew the finish, but I didn't know what the actual finish was. So I didn't realize it was his forearm from behind, so it caught me off guard, as it might have some people, because it wasn't a traditional heat, babyface shine, blah, 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 because it was two big guys that I like both of them in different ways. And they put on a wrestling clinic, man, and I thought it was awesome.
Moving on, we went to our first fatal four-way of the evening. Jonathan Gresham taking on Alan Angels, Takeshita, and Nick Wayne. This one was pretty good.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, man. I mean, the talent came to work and show out and show off, and they did that.
Look at John Gresham came to show that he's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, and he proved that. I loved how this one was executed with you have to tag in, because I think that adds a whole different dynamic to watching it and to thinking about who's going over and when and how. But yeah, hey, all four of those guys came to work, and they busted their hump, and they told a great story. And Gresham shined like new money, man. It was super cool to see him work, because I hadn't seen a whole lot of his work. But I saw that, and I was very impressed, man. This was a great match.